Hello, so this is my rig rundown. So to start off, I mainly play a Jazzmaster. It's the biggest neck that I've come across in a guitar, which suits my big bassist hands. So if we come over here to the middle boards, come in through tuner, compressor, and into this Saturn Work splitter, which goes between my first chain and my second chain. So following the first chain, got a looper at the start, so that's I can record something, build it up, keep changing it with delays, reverbs, distortion, that kind of thing. Move into a PS3 here, gives me the option of having delay at the very start, or just being able to dick around with those kind of Rainbow Machine like sounds. Let's give you an example. You kind of get a nice chorus sound out of it. Kind of getting more into from the pitch shifting into the delay sounds, sort of. Same way of a bass whammy here. Basically the reason I like using so many pitch shifters is I use the super shifter for kind of momentary stuff, and then I like using the whammy for basically kind of going between harmonies most of the time. Sometimes I like the option of being able to shift down and shift up quickly. So then I've got a Polar, which is mainly set up for reverse reverb, classic My Bloody Valentine inspired kind of thing. Bass synth, it is what it is. Room tone phaser, haven't experimented with it too much. Basically it's difficult trying to find a phaser sound I really enjoyed. Picked this up, came across it very quickly, haven't really bothered changing the settings too much. I'll get around to it eventually, but I like what I have it on at the moment. So here's a DS1 I modded. Changed some of the caps inside it to take bass frequencies a bit better, and done a bit of circuit bending on it as well. So This I mainly got because I'm a Nick Cave fanboy. It's a full circuit with a ring modulator in it. boost. Eau Claire Thunder, just kind of my main fuzz sounds. Proco Rat, again mainly got because of my love of shoegaze stuff. Right, over here, so Bit Commander. Kind of a weird, bit crushy, synthy thing. Small clone. Used to be a big fan of Nirvana, so does what it does. TC Electronic delay pedal. I use a lot of different settings on it. I like the tap tempo, the reverse function, normal function. Occasionally use the dynamic setting on it as well, and the modulation settings can be kind of nice too. The Meteor lo-fi reverb kind of tends to be my normal reverb unless I'm doing something a bit more ethereal or a bit bigger. Then we run into the Instant Lo-Fi Junkie, which is literally just Boards of Canada in a box. It's the reason I got it and how I have it set up. This thing, count to 5, is just insane. So DD6 I kind of use for doing weirder things, reverse delay, the hold function, the warp function. It can be handy having a second delay or a delay after reverb, but that's what it's mainly used for. This is kind of for my shimmer or my bigger sounds. This one, the PS2, it's kind of for dicking around with everything at the end. Tremolo, I like it choppy, so that's why I use Hummingbird. AMT wah, kind of become a fan of building up sounds with the looper and then being able to affect it with a filter at the end, so I'll demonstrate that later. Which then leads into another looper, into a trio, and eventually to an amp. So if we go to the other board, this is my main secondary board. So again, come back to a looper, Pog 2 for kind of getting some bass sounds going. Again, pitch shifter. The Avalanche Run for kind of getting those shoegaze and post-rock sounds going. I mainly got this one because I like the idea of being able to induce feedback, but I reckon if I come across something I'll be replacing it. It's handy as a sort of thin overdrive, but I'm not a big fan. Rainbow Machine was one of the first pedals I actually bought. I still love trying to find uses for it, even though it might be a bit hard at times. The Zero Graph, it's great for kind of getting those, it's a low pass filter and it's great for kind of getting some of those subby sounds, especially when combined with the Pog. This is another one I got as a fanboy. This was released with the last Future to Left album. It's meant to be a Russian big muff circuit and a couple of other fuzz circuits in it. So again, it's the staple fuzz sound for this board. The Extortion I got for kind of having a grungy sounding distortion. This bad boy here is basically my glitch pedal. Sometimes a bit hard to use as a nice delay. I found it kind of gets lost in the mix sometimes. It could be just that I don't use it at a high enough voltage, but it's nice for the glitchiness. So the modulation delay has kind of become my main delay in this board after the Avalanche Run. Then the Trinity for those big reverb sounds and weird sounds. Digital Dimension Chorus, and the Nightwire. all the way back into this looper and fed into the trio back into the amp.